Hey guys, what's going on? All right, so as all of you know, I'm on a special eating plan, and one of the things they are pushing is seafood. I've got to make sure I eat at least 2 times seafood every week. Okay, this is because of the omega 3s that are in the seafood, and it's very healthy for you. And so we have been doing shrimp and tilapia and all that stuff. Well, today we're doing salmon, and I wanted to talk to you guys about sous vide and how important it is, and I'll get to that in a minute. But first, I want to tell you that the people who are monitoring my eating on my program is called Profile by Sanford. They've been amazing. Macy is my personal counselor. She's also the counselor for my wife. We have a blast meeting her each and every week. That is the key to the eating program, is accountability. So I congratulate her. I'm learning about portion sizes. I'm learning about nutrition and exactly what to eat, what not to eat, that kind of stuff. And the whole program is geared to basically set you sailing on your way, that you're doing it on your own and you no longer need a program. So they spend the whole time doing that. So I've been learning a lot. I've been eating foods that I don't normally eat. I'm trying to gear some of these episodes so you can see kind of what I'm doing in my life regarding the program. So today I've got to make this. This is, we have different salmon steaks, and we put them in plastic. We shrink wrapped them. And this is how you sous vide. Basically, let me explain to you how this works, because I've talked about it many times on the show, but I really think a lot of you would be interested in this if you understood the whole concept. So basically, you bring the water to a certain temperature and you cook in that temperature, and it keeps it at that temperature. Like once it hits the water temperature, it'll hold it that way for like 2 to 3 hours. So like if you go to a steakhouse and you want medium rare, which is, I'm thinking 135, then basically you have a sous vide bath at 135 with a whole bunch of steaks, and as people order them, you just reach in and pull them out. And then you cut the bag open and serve it. You can season inside the bag. We have seasoning inside the salmon bags. So I'm going to bring you in close. I'm going to show you how this works. This is called a sous vide wand. All right. And the one I use is by Joule. I prefer it. I like it. They got a great app. Make sure whatever wand you get can be controlled by your phone, and you can set the temperature and you can set the cooking time, and it's got tons of recipes. So come on in close and I'll show you how this works. Okay guys, let me open my phone and find my Joule app. Joule. There it is. It's Joule, Joule. That's how they spell it. Not like a diamond or gold or silver or whatever. Let's see here. Start the Joule. Whoop, cancel. Start the Joule. Set a temperature. We're doing 120. Start Joule. Okay, you see how it basically sucks the water in at the very bottom of the wand, and then there's a hole right there that, watch me drop my phone in the water. I'm sous videing my iPhone. So anyway, I set it to 120 because that's what the directions say when you're sous videing. Sous videing? I don't even know if that's a word. When you're using sous vide on salmon, you want to do it at 120 for an hour and 15 minutes minimum, and then you can go up to like 3 hours at this temperature, okay? So basically it brings the water into the wand, and there's a hole right there, and it spits it back out at the temperature I want, 120 degrees. It's going to keep doing that until this water reaches 120. Right now the water, I think, is, 87? Is that what it said? Excuse me, it's 89. See? And then once you reach temperature, you can place your meat that's in the bags, just drop the whole bag in, and make sure that you season your seafood or your meat, your steaks or whatever, before you put it in the bag and shrink it and seal it, okay? We've done that. There's seasoning inside the fish. It's going to be beautiful. You can use balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper, garlic, onion. There's so many seasonings to use, but just season them heavily and then cook them in the bag that way, okay? So once this is ready, I'll come right back and we'll start dropping our fish in. Sometimes there's a pocket of air where the bag will float and it won't cook right, so you have to put a pot lid in there to to hold it down. So we'll try that out. We'll see if everything goes down or not. Most of it usually floats. So we have to find a way to weigh it down. So we have to find something heavy enough to hold it down, which I use a pot lid all the time. All right, I'm done rambling. Let's let this get to temperature, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Everybody's saying 115, 120, depending on how you like your fish, 40 to 45 minutes. So we're going to put all our fish in the bath right now. We have 6 of them, so let's just pile them in. Put all 6 in first and see what happens. So basically, the great thing about fish is so uneven. There's thin spots and thick spots. But in this type of cooking, you basically cook evenly, whether it's little tiny thin or a bit thick. It'll never take it higher than 120. All right? So we're going to do 40 minutes on the timer. Just a few minutes later, in a warm water bath, it is fully cooked inside this bag, fully seasoned inside. So let's cut it open and take a look at it. Okay, so this is a perfect example of what one of my Profile by Sanford meals looks like. You got the cauliflower. This is cauliflower rice. You've got the baby spinach with a little bit of the Profile Caesar dressing. You can use regular Caesar dressing, but they sell Caesar dressing, so I pick it up when I'm getting my other stuff. And then you've got this beautiful lotus. Look at that. That just flakes perfectly right off the skin. And there's your salmon. It's going to be delicious. You guys ready to try this out? All right, guys. So I'm allowed to have a little bit of fat with my meal. So I may take just a little tiny tab of butter, put it on top of the cauliflower rice. But for right now, all I care about is, did the seasoning do good with the salmon? Let's give us a try. Oh, I knew that was going to fall off the fork. Let's try it again. Here we go. Wow. It's absolutely perfect. That's why I do sous vide. I've never had anything cooked in this bath that came out wrong. Cauliflower rice. It's going to be a good meal. So I'm going to enjoy my dinner. Thank you guys for watching me cook the fish. Try it this way. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And Profile by Sanford, thanks for being the sponsor of the show. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode as I'm choking.